Francisco Frank Richard, Fucio Noel Alexandra, Gahol Fatima Gail, Ganga Ramani Roshan, Garalde Maria Marcela, Gonong Denise Monina, Gonzales Patricia, Lee Song Yon, Lorenzo Liza Marie, Marcos Jelly Marie, Ong Cheza Eliza, Pabalan Danielle Ann, Patino Rina Bianca, Placido Daniel Loyalty, Potenciano Benedicto III Loyalty, Razon Erickson Loyalty, Robles Rina Rafaela, Saldua Beatriz Marie, Salvador Rian Luis, San Juan Eugenie, Santiago Angela Marie Dolores, cum laude. Season Victor Cason, cum loyalty. Tamina Katrina Isabel, Tan Denise Francine, Zhuang Yangpan, honorable mention. Bachelor of Science in Applied Corporate Management, Hechanova Roberto Jose, loyalty. Bachelor of Science in Business Management, Alano Francesca Esperanza, gold medal for outstanding undergraduate thesis. Almeda Rene Herbert Gerard, Anyover Rafael Ignacio, Anson Miguel Antonio, Bato Ralph Andrian, loyalty. Camarao Joshua, Cheng Carlo Luis, Choa Jorn Austin, Chua Leonard Benedict, honorable mention. Portero John Bryan, De La Cruz Maria Lovely, honorable mention. De Una Roy Jedrick, Escalante Christian Nicolas, loyalty. Esmaquel Pacholo, Francisco Marco Jose Felipe, loyalty. Go Bruce Harleston, Hernandez Micaela Vesta, Hernandez Patrick, honorable mention. Sue Jeffrey, Jacinto Christopher John, Cook Ji-yun, Lavarias Christine Joy, Magsaysay Mario Nicolas, honorable mention and loyalty. Manzano Francesca, Martinez Carlos Miguel, cum laude and loyalty. Utsuka Hanalin Reina, magna cum laude. Uyang Jan Kevin, honorable mention. Perez Daniel Joseph, Quevada Clarice Familia, Reyes Martin John, loyalty. Salgado Julian Gabriel, honorable mention and loyalty. Shen Jason, Tiong Jonathan Francis Domingo, Tiong Song Maria Charina, Tung Rachel, honorable mention. Valenzuela Alfonso Luis, Yap Jennifer Diane, Yuzon Samantha, Gold Medal for Outstanding Bachelor Undergraduate Thesis. Bachelor of Science in Commerce, major in Advertising Management. Acosta Giseline Lucille. Barbero Maria Nina Ramona. Elera Risi May. Bachelor of Science in Commerce, major in Business Management. Lee Song Yoon. Bachelor of Science in Commerce, major in Legal Management. Munder City Aina. Palabrica Glini Grace. So Jennifer. Bachelor of Science in Commerce, major in Management of Financial Institutions. Chen Audrey Francis. Hannah Stephanie. Dairit Mac Josh. Domingo Dominador Jason. Erandio Mark David. Go Catherine Sina. Guevara Juana Francesca. Messina Frank Angelico. Padigos Ezequiel. Pandes Pia Mariniela. Santos Rendel Alisa. Bachelor of Science in Commerce, major in Marketing. Bitong Carlos Martin. Huelgas Nico Bryan. Liwag Ralph Gerald Loyalty. Reyes Marie Antoinette. Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship. Bracamonte Jean Jr. Cilindro Nicole. De Guzman Carlo Loyalty. Del Carmen Carlos Emanuel. Go J. Alvin, honorable mention. Gotikot Angeline Chara. Manawis Jean Benedict. Mejia Jamie Therese. Peralta Roan. Pineda Manuel Henry. Ramos Jerome. Sarsaba Gretchen Gwen. C. Denise. Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Business Studies. Ancheta Muel Fel. Ang Marie Angelica. Estela Shanice Kristen. Goyenechea Marie Antoinette. Hao Martin Angelo. Kobayashi Manabu. Lagrosa Diana Rose. Manila Marla Aina. Mariano Giselle. Miranda Nicoline Shane. Ong Rosel Vanessa, honorable mention. Pedrieno Jean Luis Mariana. Po Kyle Douglas. T. Jamie Celine, honorable mention. Vega Brandon Allen. Yupanco Paulo Augusto Genaro. Bachelor of Science in Legal Management. Andres Conrado V, cum laude. Cruz Rainier. De Mesa Lina. Diaz Micah, honorable mention. Hernandez Maria Isabel. Hicaro Karen Joy. Lakap Janet. Magcanlas John Fernan. Medina Emmanuel Jr. Mondehar Mary Kimberly Lucille. Padilla Nicolo Emmanuel. Rodoquiero Ralph Ivan. Salvador Geraldine May. Tang Jan Aldrin. Udquin Lavinia Celine, Valencia Arian, Yumul Wali Ann, Bachelor of Science in Management of Financial Institutions, Abinio Dale Justin, Adrias Rolando Antonio, Honorable Mention, Alarcon Erwin William, Alinio Franco Eduardo, Loyalty, Alvarez Maria Claudine Agnes, Astudillo Johanna, Honorable Mention, Benedicto Marie Kimberly, Kai Gang Feng, Tansisio Catherine Ration, Honorable Mention and Gold Medal for Outstanding Undergraduate Thesis. Serbo Benvenido Gerard III, Chua Christopher Bryan, Chuason Janina Angela, Ko Sherwin Luther, Honorable Mention, Konanan Camille Jane, Honorable Mention, Damot John Jasper, De Jesus Rina, Descanso Gio Gordon, Honorable Mention, Dolina Christine Elisha, Evangelista Wendy, Garcia Jan Keith, Gutierrez John Nathaniel, King Adrian Edward, Honorable Mention, Likup Jessica Charlene, Lim Jermaine Joy, Lindo Joshua Ruben, Honorable Mention, Liwanag Gabriel Luis, Makadaig Jed Dariel, Makatangay Maria Pamela, Maglangke Dana Katrina, Honorable Mention and Gold Medal for Outstanding Undergraduate Thesis. Manahan Ann Jessica, Matias Marjorie May, Honorable Mention, Nang Charlene Samantha, Cum Laude, Osit Calvin, Padua Francesca, Honorable Mention, Paganiban Julius Bernard, Park Jae-yoon, Honorable Mention, Pinlac Camille Paula, Reyes Dick Lawrence, Sarina Samantha Therese, Sevesa Diane Catherine, C. Michelle, Soriano Maria Angelica, C. Camille Tomei, C. Jensine Daphne, Talino Thaddeus Darius, Tubig Karen Joel Jr., Vertucios Zara Margaret, Honorable Mention, Waga Shari, Wang Shanshan, Yu Ala, Yu Sarah May, Bachelor of Science in Marketing Management, Alde Patricia Alessandra, Alnaldo Denise Emmanuel, Bagsik Pierre Gerald, Bocanegra Maria Patricia Alexandra, Loyalty, Kabalatungan Sara, Caballero Claudine Joyce, Kaiko Abigail, Chen Gregory, Cheng Dayan Leia Dominic, Chu Uliza Kimberly, Honorable Mention, Chua Clarence Gilbert. 5, Gerard Lawrence. Kosuko Marie Antoinette. Darwan Hannah Althea. De la Suryaga Anne Marie. De la Cruz Aliza Bianca. De Mafelis Katrina Bianca. Galang Roland Luis. Gamad Vincent Lawrence. Go Jason. Halabisas Zanjani Atefe Aisa. Halili Stephanie Joyce. Javier Alisa Victoria. Kim Howen. Kim Edlin Luis. Lim Edlin Luis. Lim Cara Odeo. Lim Karina Charmaine, Honorable Mention. Lim Yuen Moises Cleon Merrick. Lo Enares Victor III. Lopez Abigail, Honorable Mention. Macabasco Francisco Luis. Maloles John Patrick. Marpuri Paula Kathrina. Martin James Jason. Mercado Mariel. Messina Michael Joseph. Monsones Miguel Loyalty. Ngo John Bertram. Ngo Patrick Stephen. Olivares Patrick Max. Pahati Sarah Micaela. Pascual Joaquin Nicolo. Pe Jasper Daryl. Peralta Janela Rigel. Pinto Micah Sofia. Posadas Juan Miguel Loyalty. Quiroga Sheila Cum Laude. Rebelon Renato Jr. Resurrección Jules Loyalty. Rodriguez Maria Patricia Ann. Salanga Janine Maurice Joy. Santos Vicente III. C. Stephanie. Shi Menglan, Honorable Mention. C. Michelle K., Honorable Mention. Soriano Yadiel Simbalin. Santa Rita Kim. Siweco Nicole Josh. Tangkilut Lawrence. Tiangco John Carlo Loyalty. Chu Mariel Diane, Honorable Mention. Chu Stephen Clarence. Tung Adriel. Vergara Kenneth Paul. Villafuerte Raymond. Yap Christine Therese. And Yao Glenn Bryson.
Thank you, Dr. Santiago. Dr. Derek Ethelbert Yu, President De La Salle Alumni Association, will now lead the graduates in the alumni oath taking. All graduates, please rise.
Good morning. Please raise your right hands and repeat after me. I state your name. a graduate of LaSalle, and qualified for admission to the De La Salle Alumni Association, do hereby declare that I will comply with the membership regulations of this Association of Former Students of De La Salle Brothers in the Philippines. I will do everything in my power to support the DLSAA and the chapter to which I belong, to encourage fellowship and cooperation among members, to practice the Lasallian tenets of Religio, Mores, and Cultura, to assist in the development of my school, and to serve God and country above all else. So help me God. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Yu. Kindly be seated. Ms. Fritzi Ian De Vera, Dean of Student Affairs, will now introduce the graduate who will give the response in behalf of all the graduates.
Our speaker is an achiever and an effective student leader. He was the commissioner of the 12th Young Economist Convention of the Economics Organization in academic year 2012-2013. This allowed him to organize national and international conferences in economics that attempt to translate economic research into concrete projects and actionable policies. He was an excellent student in his program. He received numerous awards, namely Best Thesis in Economics, Isla Lipana Outstanding Thesis in Accountancy, and the SGV Academic Achievement Award. He was also one of the 10 outstanding economic students and one of the outstanding accountancy students of the Philippines, given by Philippine Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Association of Certified Public Accountants in Commerce and Industry. Please welcome a magna cum laude graduate of Bachelor of Science in Applied Economics and Bachelor of Science in Accountancy, a Student Leadership Awardee, our star scholar, Mr. Troy James Ranyola Palanca.
Honorable guest speaker, Brother Armin Luistro, Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Jose T. Pardo, President and Chancellor, Brother Ricardo Laguda, University Fellows and Administrators, faculty, fellow graduates, parents, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant morning. Today, we enter what our parents have always called the real world. We were all headed there inevitably. This world where we will have to tug at more than just our parents' heartstrings to put food on the table. To those whose futures appear clear and untroubled, well, congratulations. But for the rest of us who feel uncertain and anxious about the world of work and family ahead, let me try and speak on our behalf. I graduate with degrees in economics and accountancy, so then you won't be surprised when I tell you that I'm a numbers guy. Like many of us who were influenced by our professors, I became a big fan of research as well. I think it's really great when people take a step back from what they call common sense and say, wait a minute, let's also try and think scientifically about the best way to do this first. Still, as I think about our prospects entering the workforce, I can't help but imagine how our future bosses might react to the ways of our generation. Trying to predict demand with factors such as the weather, or implementing an accounting system that tracks every peso in the treasury, even if withdrawn by the owner of the company himself. I feel that it won't be long before many of us reach the point of deciding against doing what we believe is most effective, in favor of doing what our bosses prefer to see. After all, the reason we call it the real world is because it's not like our textbooks. It's messy, unpredictable, and unreasonable. Fellow graduates, most of us have been trained in an evidence-based environment where every action, solution, invention, or argument has to be based on solid reasoning, not just intuition. Where the solution to increased competition is to innovate and not to ask that friend in government to do us a favor. And where policy should be based on careful weighing of costs and benefits to all of society, not merely on the interests of the largest backers. Previous generations may have gotten away with it, but our generation is coming into the age of big data, where everything in business and government is driven or complemented by quantitative analysis of large data sets, the kind we could barely imagine 20 years ago. We can now predict what movies you'd most likely watch next by matching you with people of similar interests. Roll call data for Congress can easily determine who among our lawmakers spend more time socializing than legislating. Books and publications can now be scanned for plagiarism, as many of us know. Your phone can warn other commuters of heavy traffic so that they can avoid the route, something we will surely need in the coming years. This is the age in which our generation of graduates has been trained. But as with all transitions, conflict seems inevitable. This conflict between the experience-driven thinking of the current generation and the ideas and methods of ours has touched nearly every aspect of society. I have a close friend who, despite her undoubted love for family, will not touch their family business with a 10-foot pole because, as she puts it, it's just too crazy. The cash is there, the dividends are being paid, but they don't know why, and they don't know to whom. My thesis mate, despite her many ideas for improving governance in this country, won't even entertain the thought of entering the civil service because, as she says, she'll get eaten up by the system. A system that rewards the appearance of merit, connections, and wealth more than merit itself. I myself am constantly afraid that those older and presumably wiser will turn me into just another shady businessman, passionless corporate drone, or corrupt politician. When put this way, it's easy to start discounting the ways of the present generation, intuitive or impressionistic thinking and patronage, as the ways of the old. It's easy to think that their suspicion of new technology and ways of thinking are born simply out of ignorance. But I believe there's always something we can learn from our parents, our bosses, and our teachers. You'll hear it often. That's just common sense. You'll learn it outside of school. And there is some truth to that. Despite 5 years of having studied in this university, I'm still only 21 years old. My parents have gone through twice what I've experienced, and the means with which their generation has worked, many times trusting instincts over reason, relationships over simple compliance, should not be immediately dismissed as uncompetitive or maladaptive. After all, how can we argue with that which puts food on the table and a roof over our heads? That which, at the end of it all, has worked for them, possibly still works, and has worked for the longest time. On the other hand, times are definitely changing. When markets become fully globalized and government connections can no longer protect our businesses, when the international consumer base rewards performance and nothing else, and when technology no longer allows the taxman to adjust our payments, how will the businesses and families that we will join adapt? This conflict may seem abstract, but there are real people trapped in the middle of this divide. My friend, who will disappoint her mother by refusing to go into the family business. My thesis mate, who might not find work that is meaningful for her because she fears the ways of government. And you, fellow graduate, who might grow tired when your ideas get shot down, time after time, by superiors who may value experience more than evidence. It's not an easy dilemma to solve, and we would be foolish to even try here. Instead, as we make our way through this tricky terrain, let's rely on something more than just our Lasallian education. Let's draw on our Lasallian formation. We don't have to use big words to describe it. You'll recognize it when you remember the lessons from the people you've encountered at DLSU. And there are always lessons about character. Here are some I've picked up. Recognize the strengths of others along with those of your own. You don't always have to take sides in a conflict. You don't always end up encouraging or persuading others by telling them they're wrong, even when they are. And that being smart is aimless if you don't practice compassion. And the most important lesson of all, when your alma mater finally wins a championship after 6 long years, you take a moment to cheer for the other side because there are always things more important than winning. Even if we manage to survive these generational conflicts, there will be others. And we can only hope that our Lasallian formation will help us through, one humane solution at a time. In closing, please allow me to thank the professor who continuously reminded my freshman self that I didn't know it all. That mentor who showed me that the world was much more complex, much more nuanced than I could possibly imagine. That classmate who reminded me that I am not always the best and that I don't have to be. I thank my parents who did not plan my life, but allowed me to build my own personality. My friends and peers for showing me the value of collective effort. Fellow graduates, the best part of a Lasallian education is that it enables others, not just ourselves. Society expects competence from LaSalle graduates, but let us go one step further and be men and women of character, of Lasallian charism. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Palanca. Please all stand as Mr. Jamico Alan Manguba leads us in the singing of the Alma Mater song.
Hail, hail, Alma Mater, hail to De La Salle. We'll hold your banner high and bright, a shield of green and white. We'll fight to keep your glory bright, and never shall we fail. Hail to thee, our alma mater, hail, hail, hail. Hail, hail, alma mater, hail to De La Salle. We'll hold your banner high and bright, a shield of green and white. We'll fight to keep your glory bright, and never shall we fail. Hail to thee, our alma mater, hail, hail, hail.
Thank you, Mr. Manguba. Please remain standing for the exit of colors, the University Maze, administrators, university fellows, faculty, and guests.